Hello, and welcome back to Fitness Friday with Johnny Tiger on December 18, 2020. We got a kind of a limited space here. Been doing a little bit of cleaning, rearranging in the other rooms, so unfortunately I had to uh, temporarily kick Aslan out of this room so I can use the space while not dealing with him screaming in the background when I'm trying to do Fitness Friday. So I'm not even sure if you guys can actually, or if you guys will actually be able to see me. I know you can't see me right now because I'm staying behind the camera. Again, we're dealing with kind of a low angle today because a lot of stuff I'm going to show you guys today will be me laying on the ground in one fashion or another. There's going to be only two movements where I'll be standing, and even those, all you really need to be able to see is my lower body. You don't really need to see my face. So, yeah, a while ago, someone asked me for senior citizens, for elderly viewers, or just people in general who have knee pains and bad knees, how can they work their lower body? And indeed, when you really look at a lot of the things that we do in fitness, in squats, leg presses, leg extension, yada yada yada, a lot of those can tend to aggravate or agitate someone's knee injury or someone who just don't have very good knees. It is to that end that I put together this little list, provided it is a short list, but it's effective. Some effective movements, some effective exercises for people to do for lower body that will strengthen various muscles like your glute and your quad and your hamstring, yada yada yada, without the need of damaging or aggravating your knees. And as usual, if you guys can't see this, it's just not really good, uh, let me know in the comment section and we can see if we can do anything to fix that because I know the space is not very big and uh, so it might not be very visible. I hope you can see me. So anyway, the first exercise we're going to do is the deadlift. Uh, a lot of people know how to do deadlift. A lot of people think they know how to do deadlift, and there are a lot of people who don't know how to do deadlift. Deadlift is one of those exercises that is super good for your back, super good for your glutes, super good for your quad, and general strength training. You will need something heavy in your hand, like barbell, dumbbell, two buckets of water, something like that. Um, of course, if you uh, suffer from back injury and hip problem, then you got to be careful with this one. So, this is how to do a proper deadlift. You want to stand with your feet shoulder width apart. You want to hold a dumbbell in each hand and just let it hang by your side so your arms are not really doing anything other than holding onto your dumbbell. Bend your knees slightly so they are not locked out. And then you want to bend forward at the hip. So we are not rounding out our back. You want to bend forward at your hip until your back is almost parallel to the ground and then come up. Try to push with your leg and your hip when you're coming up. Okay? Don't tense the shoulder, don't tense anything else. Everything else should be nice and loose. Bend forward and up. Bend forward and up. Bend forward and up. You are just hinging at the hip for your deadlift. Exercise number 2 is the skater lunges. Now, some of you may have issue with your balance for this one. So, if balance is an issue, put your hand on the table or on the wall. That's okay. How do you do skater lunges? You will stand in neutral position. Which leg is going to be your standing leg? Like say, in this case, it's my left leg. That is going to be. Actually, let me turn around so you guys can hopefully see better. Uh, my left leg will be my standing leg. My right leg will be the one that's going off the ground. This is where the balance part come in. You want to extend your right leg behind you and bend your torso forward. Keep your standing leg bent a little bit. So again, don't lock out your knee. Bend a little bit. Not too much, just enough so your knee is not locked out. Bend your forward leg, standing leg a little bit. Extend your right leg behind you while bending forward at the waist until your body is almost parallel to the ground, and then stand back up. That's 1 rep. Okay? Now, when you extend your foot backward, it stays off the ground. So it's like a kick. It's like a back kick. It's like a mule kick in karate. Okay? So pick up our right foot, extending that behind me, bending at the waist, so my body is parallel. I can actually touch the ground, and then I come up. That's 1 rep. Okay? This is one of those things that is good for cardio, and really good for balance training, and really good for your legs, and stretching out your back and all kinds of stuff. Now, please make sure that you are hinging forward at the waist, so you're bending your upper body forward. Don't just pick up your foot and kick it backward while keeping your upper body upright. That's going to hurt your lower back. Okay? When you kick your foot back, bend at the waist, come back up. Kick your foot back, bend at the waist, come back up. If you want it to be a little bit more challenging, don't touch down when you come back up. Okay, keep that foot in the air for 10 reps. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and touchdown. And then you switch legs. Make sure you do both sides. Exercise number 3. Side leg raises, or some people call it the hip abduction. What you will do is lay on the floor on your side. Okay? On your side. Stack your leg on top of each other. Your legs should be relatively straight. Okay? You can prop your head on your hand. Yeah, like that. Pretty comfortable. Watch TV like this all the time. Okay? So you're in this case, you're in this pose, lay on your side, nice and comfy, with your legs stacked on top of each other. Lift your top leg toward the ceiling, and down, up 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 and down. Okay? If you want more challenge, you can start making circles. So when you go up, rather than going straight up, we'll circle up, circle down, circle up, circle down. Okay? You can even throw in an occasional high knee, and then push your leg back like the skater lunge, but laying on your side. This is great stretch. Got this from my beautiful, intelligent girlfriend, who is like an expert on stretches. The next one, exercise number 4, is the inside leg circle. The inside leg circle. Lay on your back and have both legs straight, shoulder width apart. Lift your heels off the floor, so like a regular leg lift, but rather than going up straight, we're going to turn our legs outward, so our toes are pointed slightly outward at a 45-degree angle. And then we're going to circle them out and up until at the top of the circle our heel meet in the center. And then circle out and down until at the bottom of the circle our heels meet at the center. So circle, heel, meet. Circle down, heels meet. All this time, keep your legs pointed outward at a 45-degree angle. Out, up, out, down, out, up, out, down. Number 5, since we're already laying down, number 5, standard bridges. We've shown this before, so this shouldn't be any surprise, but let's look at it again. Lay on your back, bring your heels toward your buttocks, feet shoulder width apart, and tensing up your abs, your core, lift your hip off the ground. Don't go too high, as long as it's at knee level, like this, you're fine. Hold for 3, go down, come up again, hold for 3, go down. The trick of this is you want to make sure you tense up your belly, tense up your stomach muscles. Every time you go up, don't just lift with your back, don't just lift with your leg, okay? You're going to hurt your lower back. Make sure your core is nice and tight, like that, okay? When you go up, 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 core nice and tight, yeah, okay? Exercise number 6. This is, personally, I find this is the hardest one. And I don't like this one at all. But it's very effective. And I'll show you guys. This is called a heel press. You will lay on your stomach. Lay on your stomach. Prop your head up on your hand. So, yeah. Now you can fold your arm and then put your hand under your head. Okay? And then bend your knees. Your knees should be shoulder width apart, and bend your knees to bring your heels toward your butt. And from this position, push your heel toward the ceiling until your thighs come off the ground. Oh, off the ground. Off the ground. You don't have to go high, okay? Especially if you're like me, having a little bit of a sciatica issue. This one can be a little uncomfortable. Let me just tell you that now. Okay? So if you have sciatic pain, then you might want to skip this one or modify it. How do you modify this? Okay? Rather than bring both legs up, I'm going to bring one up and the other one. This is no problem on the sciatic. Okay? One up and the other one. Again, you don't need to go high. You only need to lift your thigh off the ground in this pose. So push your heels toward the ceiling until your thigh come off the ground. And then the other one. And then right. And then left. Nice and slow. And then right. And then left. Okay, if you're really hardcore, if you don't have any sciatic issue, you can do both at once. But I'm going to tell you that for me, doing both at once hurts a lot. Okay? As usual, there are a lot more you can do that won't hurt your knees. But keep in mind that a lot of times what we think is weak knees, what we think is uh, knee pain, it's actually your ankle and your hips being weak. Considering that your knee joint is bookended by your hip joint and your ankle joint, if any of those muscle groups get weak, then your knee end up doing more work. So one of the greatest way to take away knee pain is to make your ankles strong. We actually did uh, an episode on ankle exercises before, so go and look at that. And make your glute, make your quad strong, and that will help alleviate a lot of knee pains and stuff like that. Thank you for checking out today's Fitness Friday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Survival Saturday. For now, have a good night.